The European banking study is one of ZDB's major studies, and in the study we look at the current situation of European banks, we look at the future outlook of European banks, and we look at what should banks do in this environment. There are three major topics, right? So the first one is the historically low yield environment. That's really a dramatic situation. The second topic of the European banking sector is the increasing banking regulation. We see a lot of new regulatory initiatives. And the third topic is, of course, digitalization. So the current situation is twofold. First, if we look at the capitalization of banks, capital ratios really increased over the last years, which was the most important requirement after the financial crisis, right? The current capital position is quite reasonable. But the major problem is, if we look at the profitability of banks, we can say that banks have ongoing massive bottom line issues. And this results in a profitability which is below the cost of equity over the last years. The current yield environment and the current regulation will lead to decreasing profitability over the next years. We will see decreasing bottom line results in European banks. And of course, we will also see that the capital ratios of European banks will decline in the next years until 2020. We will have several new income and capital gaps at European banks. So it's really important to show banks and our clients why we think the future is stormy. Banks are not aware of what is coming in terms of the impact from low yields and the impact from regulation. And we are trying to show the effects here. So we have this baseline scenario where we really can show what we think will happen with the post-tax return on equity and what we think will happen with the common equity Tier 1 ratio, for example. We want to give a guidance to banks what they can expect, and that's really our major task and our major objective with the study.